Hi guys, this is Comic Stuff here, and today we will be playing some Magic the Gathering Duels of the Planeswalkers 2013. This video is just going to be a fun video with me playing one of the decks, and one of the Magic the Gathering 2013 decks. I'm going to work my way through them, and by the end then I will have looked at most of the vanilla decks of the game. This is not including the expansion, so we will be playing against some of the expansion decks, but we will not be playing as them. So let's randomise the decks by doing that. And we will be against the Goblin Gangland sort of Goblin aggro deck. It's mono red, very very fast creatures, and let's see how this works. So I'm not very good at Magic, and let's see how badly I do. So I'm going to draw a new hand and keep this one because it looks okay. So this deck is a mono green, I think, sort of ramp mixed with sort of just good mono green cards which work well together deck, which is good combination, but sometimes it doesn't work as well as you'd expect it to. So we can just kind of play it out and see how this works. But here we have a Vine-Lasher Kudzu, pretty powerful card. Gets +1/+1 whenever I play a land. So the idea is basically play lots and lots of land, and this will get progressively more powerful the more you get through the game. And no, it will not, because that's gonna kill it by 1/1 that I didn't really care about, but would have been nice to actually be in a good 1/1. This card is one card that I'm not completely sure about. The only thing I really run it for is the fact that it won't get targeted, so it lets me have a 3/3 on the battlefield if I'm against, say, a mono black removal deck. But it's only a 3/3 and there are no enchantments in here to make it better. So I'm not sure, because I might take it out for another Leatherback Baloth, because these are very powerful when being played, because they're a third turn 4/5, which can ruin many people's day, but well, many people's days. But yeah, it's just a good card overall. So let's attack. I know, never ever attack against the Goblin deck. You want to block till they've run out of steam, but I've got to I'm going to have to either out aggro this aggro deck, which is unlikely, but probably my best bet, or I'm going to need to try and beat it by pure luck, which probably won't work that well. So hopefully, I'm just going to fog here. I know I should have probably saved that, but I'm just going to try and prevent as much damage early on as possible, and I just want to really sort of conserve the sort of whole my health for as long as possible. And yep, I'm gonna Garrick's Pack Leader here, because that's a good 4-drop, well, good 5-drop. It's gonna help me start drawing cards next turn. If he plays an artifact, I could Indric Stomp Howler. Maybe I might even do that just because it's a 4/4 on the battlefield, which I kind of need right now. But that's really why I think I'll need to be playing this down. So yep, it's not really that good for Krenko at the moment. Better now that he's got the 3/3 on the battlefield, but it's still a kind of not particularly amazing state for him to be in. But what I can then do is I draw the extra card off here. Of course I want to draw a card, then I can prey upon from this onto the 3/3, so he won't get his... oh, shouldn't have done that, should have done it from a 4/5, but never mind. At least it allows me to attack twice this turn. But what it will allow me to do is at least get a kill that 3/3, which could get quite powerful later on. So yeah, there we are. Well, I will be playing that Stomp Howler next turn, because I do need more sort of blockers, because if I don't, the Krenko deck will get out of hand very very quickly. because if he gets Krenko down, for example, that's doubling the amount of goblins he's got every turn, which can really not go well for me. So yeah, let's hope I can just kind of push through this attack of the goblins and win this game. So here's another forest. I could go and what I could do is I could Nature's Law, which is what I'm going to do now, getting a forest, then I can Indrik Stump Howler. I don't have anything to target, but it's just nice to get a 4/4 down so I can block and everything. And then swing in with the 4/5 and probably will block, yep, because he's only on 8 health, so he really needs to start keeping up creatures with blocking now. So yeah, he probably won't be attacking much now unless he gets a very big card which does something important. And that's not the card he needed. Really not the card he needed. He needs something that could really sort of just wipe away my board state or be some big threat. So I'm going to hold the Genesis Wave here. I know it's like quite a good sort of big bomb thing. I know it's not the best thing, but I just want to keep it so if I draw another land, then I can play it. I'm going to probably attack twice again this turn because I have a higher like toughness in total than he does. He's probably gonna, he must have a shock in hand, I'm assuming, because I don't see why he'd want to block. That was very strange. I don't see why he'd do that, but because if he had a shock in hand, he could have shocked the Stomp Howler or the Baloth, which has been doing almost all the heavy lifting from this deck. Yep, that's basically game. I think that 8/8 is not really much you can do about it, because unless he has some board wipe in hand, which I don't think there are any in that goblin deck, which basically means that's going to be him over. So yeah, no, it was a good game. It was quite a short game, but yeah, that's basically the win for me. So I'll just play a forest and a Genesis Wave and see what I would have got, because I mean it's always fun to see what would have happened. Choose an artifact or enchantment to destroy. Yep, would have been a pretty decisive one actually, because that 11/11 hexproof is not going to be fun for him. So yep, that's game, I think, because he has got no cards in hand and not really much he can do there. So yep, that is a win for us at Comic Stuff against Krenko Mob Boss. So yep, see you next time on a new video or something like that. Bye!